Welcome. Tonight we're playing a very special game. This is the second ever campaign that 20 Chronicles has made. We've done many one-shots, but this is the
Nope, don't do it.
second ever campaign, mini-campaign. This will be DM'd by me. I've yet to be in the DM seat live on camera here for all of you, so hopefully you like it. I'm also joined with amazing and talented players.
Where?
All right here, all of you who will carry the story. Thank you. Starting off with our very own Dominic Williams here, if you want to say a little bit about yourself.
Hello, if you're new, my name is Dominic Williams. Are we doing character intros as well, or we'll wait on that?
We'll wait on that.
We'll wait on that.
Yeah.
My name is Dominic Williams. I am the DM for 20 Chronicles,
Main campaign.
larger format campaign for Camaraderie and Shenanigans. I love D&D, and that's why I'm here, because I can't take breaks.
All right.
Amazing.
Paul Steinborn.
I am indeed Paul Steinborn. I am the resident elder here,
That's true. Filled with wisdom.
filled with something. I also love sometimes D&D.
On occasion.
On occasion.
Has been known to.
I've been playing for a few years, and I really like it and you guys.
Yeah.
Most of you guys.
He finally said it.
Shut it.
He likes us.
I take it back.
You heard it here. It's forever.
I take it back.
It's on camera.
It's too bad.
Zachary Ospani.
I'm Zachary Hospani. I play with them as well. I'm me. I'm
Me.
He's the tallest of them.
yeah, I'm
is the
tall. So I grew up in 6'7".
Resident tall boy.
Yeah. I in my non-D&D time I teach and direct theater, which is fun. And yeah, that's me.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Was
Next
awkward for a
up,
second.
Brittany Law.
Yes, hello. I'm Brittany Law. Been with these guys for a minute, and I'm the marketing manager for 20 Cron. So all the crazy TikToks are usually filmed and edited by me.
She's a genius.
She's a
Oh,
genius.
thank you.
She's the only reason we're here.
That's the only reason I'm here. But I also love playing D&D, and these guys are kind enough to let me play with them. And I'm excited for the
She literally carries
shenanigans.
us.
And her outfit is on point.
On point.
All our outfits are.
Always.
In case you couldn't gather from our dress, we are dressed as
Steampunk futuristic.
no.
Oh.
We're dressed as pirates. This
Oh.
will be a seafaring campaign. There be pirates. Yar, yar. Yeah, and I'm Keegan Rollins. I'll be the DM here for this game. I've DM'd my home campaign for about 2 years, and I've played D&D for a long time. But felt like it was time to step into the DM seat for 20 Chronicles and see how we like it, and try something a little bit different. This is going to be a mini campaign, a little bit shorter. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. This depends on
Like just 100 or
these
so.
players
Let's
here.
not promise anything we can't keep yet.
Ideally, it's going to be shorter. Our episodes will be shorter too. Certain amount of time. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to hold it down to anything.
Don't make a promise you can't keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This will be more narratively focused, is what we're hoping. So if you're listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube, hopefully you can feel a little more immersed in it. There's still going to be shenanigans and fuckery and all that fun stuff you enjoy from D&D.
And
Shenanigans are on the other show.
we don't shenan
We
around
don't
here.
shenan around here?
No shenanings.
That's true.
We're pirates.
We can
Super-
shenanigan, guys.
I mean, we've already shenaned once.
Damn it.
You really should have had
Be-
sunglasses come down there.
Love Daniel at that.
Well, we left them here.
We will be incorporating some
Same
homebrew rules, so if you're very familiar with 5e, you might see some stuff you're not so familiar with. Hopefully the mechanics make sense. We'll be streamlining certain things and streamlining a little bit of combat, testing out some new things I've been working on, as well as ship combat. So you will hopefully see that throughout this campaign. It's going to be set in my own world of Cartera, which is where I play my home campaign.
Spelled with a K?
Spelled with a K.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep. I'm not going to explain how I came up with that name because it's rather vain.
Get in the Discord, I'll tell you.
But they will be in a place known as the Kailane Islands, which is essentially the Caribbean of this world.
That's spelled with a K?
Yes, K for Caribbean.
That's exactly. We all went to school.
Yeah, exactly. I can spell things. Cat, K-A-T.
Cat bar.
So, without further ado, assemble your crew, grab a snack, and sit back and get ready for the Drowned Prince. Title. And welcome back!
It's so cool. It's so cool.
We got some updated cinematics and that title sequence, that amazing title
Amazing.
sequence.
Title sequence?
Title sequence.
TIDAL title sequence?
No.
It's spelled with a K, actually.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well played.
Lovely. It was made by Brittany here.
Yeah.
She also made the music for it.
As I said,
Um,
she carries us
Yes.
hard.
We were all
Gently,
freaking out the
location.
day she showed it to us.
I-
So
I-
we're very happy that you guys
I
could see
easily
it as
hit
well.
double digits watching it the first
Yeah, me
day.
too. I think I had it on loop while I was like writing some stuff out for this campaign. It was so good.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right. Well, welcome to the Kailane Islands. A place where piracy grips the seas. And we're joined by a crew aboard the ship known as the Ne'er-Do-Well. A ship that is currently sitting a little lower in the water after it had just plundered some new booty, as well as taken a prisoner during their most recent encounter on the seas. They are headed to Paltemic Bay to offload these goods currently, but they did find something unique and interesting during this encounter. A trident, or bident currently, as it's missing one of the prongs. Captain Finn defended this with his life in the encounter. No, not really with his life. He's taken prisoner by you guys, so...
Almost.
But he would have defended it with his life.
We couldn't let him win.
Non-lethal.
Let's meet our crew. We'll start off with Ian, the resident artificer who
Oh my god, he dropped into
is
that.
currently below deck,
Yeah.
checking out the guns, the gunpowder, and things he enjoys thoroughly.
Have we pulled into port yet?
No, you are headed to port currently.
Oh, God, I hate these down times. What you see is I'm underneath the top deck, and you see I'm just offloading with my little homunculus servant that looks like a floating will-o'-the-wisp orb light. And out from its tendrils, it spills gunpowder to me, and I take it with my little grubby hand, and you see it sift through my arms, and it spills everywhere, all down my 5'4" body. I'm very stout. You see that my hair is covered with a bandana, but it flicks with flame from underneath it. I have a long...
Gunpowder.
I have a long beard also that seems to flicker like flame. It's not a real flame, but it's part of my essence that I seem to always be flickering on fire.
I see like one of the torches that is just like the colored, like with the wind just plowing through it.
Yes, yes, as the granules of gunpowder float down to the floor, you see that my beard is tied up with a little skull emblem to a point. I'm wearing very ratty, very hot-colored coats and vests and different types of bandoliers, all the way down to my ratty leather, dark, once black, but now having a brownish tinge boots.
As you're down below deck.
I'm human. No, no, I'm fire genocide. I was human.
Zach, you did this to yourself.
Damn it, I did it again.
How many times did you change race? As you're kind of below deck surveying the goods, oddly enough, you hear coming from the deck above you.
Why are you knocking?
The top, like the cargo hold, opens up, and you see Tavian, the high elf fellow, kind of dip his head below deck. Yes, hello, Ian, how are you?
I'm busy.
I am too. Actually, Liara sent me down here to, she said the captain needed a count on the planks below deck.
Yeah, you count them.
All right then. You do terrify me.
Great.
Well, how you doing, darling? After you set fire to that ship...
Yeah, that was pretty glorious, wasn't it?
Very excited about that, aren't you?
It's pretty cool. I've been that excited in a while. But regardless, we have to go into the city, do commerce.
Gunpowder and explosions, that's what does it for you.
Yeah. You never felt so alive when you see the life flicker out of someone else's eyes.
I never should have become a pirate. I'm not built for this.
I'll make a man out of you,
I'm
yeah.
not built for this.
I know. But anyways, you go ahead, count below deck or whatever the fuck you need to do. Come back to report to me. Maybe I'll, bring you along on some shenanery on land, eh?
On land.
Yeah.
That does sound quite lovely. I don't really enjoy the deck work, the sails, the constant battle. And
I know. I'll preen and pimper you. Or whatever the fuck those
I'm just
words
here
are.
to get rich, I'm just trying to gather booty and coins. And
Yeah, I'll show you booty on land.
I'm going to hold you to that, Ian.
All
I'll
right.
hold you to that. Do you happen to know the number of planks down here? I don't really want to count. What do you think would be like a rough estimate that I could tell?
Fucking hey, man. I don't know, well, if you look, there's about 25 across in another, some odd. Just say there's more than 3 or 4.
Perfect. All right. That does seem to add up here. All the wood looks the same.
Yeah.
All right.
Captain sent you this.
No, Liara, the surgeon.
Oh, fucking hey. Yeah, Liara.
You know, her and the captain have something going on.
No, I understand. It's very important if Liara's doing it, so maybe you should actually pay some particular attention.
All right.
All right, get on it.
Very well. All right, darling. 1, 2, 3. As we fade out from that scene. Next up. Let's roll for it again. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Our captain. You are currently in your quarters. Kind of surveying an inventory list given to you by your master at arms of all the goods you recently plundered. Tell us a little bit about your character.
You see a sea elf of breathtaking beauty and indomitable spirit. Captain Lyra Lemuria. She's adorned with long, wavy, cobalt blue hair that's tied back out of her face, and her cerulean skin is covered in intricate tattoos marking a life of seafaring, and scars marking a life of prostitution. Draped in regal navy blue and gold military jacket, adorned with mementos of conquests of her past, she adorns herself with gold earrings along the curves of her elongated ears, and she's armed with 2 flintlock pistols that she keeps strapped to her legs, and a spyglass slung across her back. Lyra Lemuria is known to the crew simply as Captain, or Captain Lemuria. Any insubordination aboard a vessel will not be tolerated. But for now, she's just poring over these things, thinking about the interaction she had with the prisoner and looking forward to getting to port. At that, she pulls this flask out of her jacket and takes a large swig.
As you're taking that large swig, the door swings open.
Nothing.
Human woman enters, long blonde hair. This is your surgeon, Liara. She kind of comes in, slams the door shut. Captain, I have a complaint I'd like to lodge with you.
Oh no, darling, what's the matter? And I'll kind of sit down.
Okay. She'll like sit down and just plop herself down. It's Tavian.
What's he done now?
He's absolutely awful. That boy's dreadful. He can't do anything. He comes to me whining about every little blister, every sunburn, and I know you put him in the sun, shirtless, and lots of oil on him, but must I be the one that deals with it?
You are a talented, capable, strong woman. And
Thank you. I am, aren't I?
you are. And, you know, he's just a plaything. If he needs to let his boo-boos fester for a day, I'd see no reason why you can't just slap some seawater on there and call it a day.
I've been telling him to use lemon juice. Quite lovely the way he screams.
Keeps the scurvy away.
Yes.
What a surgeon.
Prevents scurvy and sunburns. Lemon juice.
Well, you've been giving him those menial tasks like we were talking about, haven't you?
Of course, right. Well, as we speak, I am below deck counting boards, so I'm sure he'll report that back to you at some point.
Lovely.
I'm sure he'll get bored of that.
Is that older?
No, like, we've never taken prisoners before. To look after his wounds from that dreadful fight we had, I just don't... We don't take prisoners normally.
No, I know.
Kill them. So why is this Finn? Well, he is a hulking man. Why is he any different?
Well, I have the feeling that he knows something about this trident that we took aboard. And if it happens to be more valuable than we're initially anticipating, I'd like to have a first-hand account personally. I'm perfectly fine with killing him, and honestly, I think that's probably the route that he's going to be taking sooner or later. But in the meantime, if you could just make sure he doesn't die of his wounds.
Yes, I could whip something up.
Suffering?
Of course.
Fine.
For you, of course.
Thank you. You're a doll.
However, this trident business, it does make me a bit nervous.
How so?
I don't know, I checked in on him, he does seem to be whispering to himself.
Oh, well, that's unsettling.
So, I don't know if it's the influence of the trident or what it might be, but I do want you to be careful.
Perhaps Mr. Bellinor and I should go have another chat with him.
I believe that might be a good idea.
Thank you
Anyways,
for bringing it to my attention. Appreciate your...
Take care of him, but I would like a vacation when we do get to Potomac Bay.
We are going to get a proper vacation
All right.
someday, I promise.
Perhaps you and I can maybe get a lovely room.
No, calm down, Liara. Still your captain.
Yes, of course, Captain. Good evening. Thank you for hearing my complaints, as always. And she walks out and the door slams. Next up.
Like the shivers at the end there.
Martin. Red Belly Pete.
Right.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about your character?
Of course. Standing at the near the wheel is a 5.5 feet tall seafoam green skinned man. He's got this long black hair that's braided to the back and bits of blue and greens scattered throughout his hair. Shirtless, of course. You know, why hide something that glorious? Scars all about around his arms and his back and some his chest from all of the fights he's had over his very many years of pirating. He is oftentimes found at the top deck, issuing commands, doing the captain's bidding. As the first mate, he is generally relied upon to keep the things that are happening on deck in order and keeping the crew doing their jobs. At this moment, he's on that same top deck. He's got a shoulder strap type thing similar to this, with a flintlock there, and he usually has something of what looks like a cane that he holds, kind of leans against. It has the top of a crescent moon. He wears shorts that are many-colored because he made them himself, because he can sew, because all men can sew.
Of course, you're a pirate.
And that's about that.
All right. As you're standing above deck, I don't know if you can hear it. Never mind.
Seagulls.
Yeah, seagulls.
You could faintly hear it.
Yeah. Several gulls come by. This is usually a sign that land is close by, which means you might be getting close to Mechanic Bay. Oh, lovely. That was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
It's a good sign.
And as you're standing there, a dwarven woman comes up behind you. Big braided hair up above. This is Branwen. Her large red beard.
Branwen?
Branwen.
Gotcha.
Branwen.
Bran? How are you now?
I'm doing all right. There's look, I gotta tell you,
Tell me what.
the last fight was abysmal.
What's it? How so?
You're letting Lillian run around doing whatever the hell he pleases. Set that whole ship on fire.
Pretty effective, eh?
Attaboy.
I mean, it worked, but
Let me ask you a question. Did we or did we not get the treasure?
we did, but a
Did
lot of
we
it was damaged.
or did we not survive?
We did survive.
Did we or did we not take a prisoner?
Yeah, why did
It
we do
sounds
that?
like it went pretty well then. Why take a prisoner? Well, have you ever heard of hostages?
Yeah.
What do you generally do with a hostage?
Leverage. The leverage sank. What are we
Yeah.
supposed
The leverage is the man himself. Who's to say we can't sell him?
We're selling people now.
Well, hostages, sell them back to the people they belong to, that kind of thing.
No. Alright, well. Look, I'm just a deckhand. I'm not going to question you, Martin. But I feel like we can do better.
How so? Well, if you were in my shoes, what would you do?
Don't blow up the ship until we get the goods off of it. Then I don't give a shit what we do with it. But let's not just set fire to things. Look, when Renfield ran the ship, we didn't do anything like that.
Look, Renfield doesn't run the ship anymore. And while I appreciate everything he did while he was captain, he's not anymore.
I get that. And I'll follow Lamora's instructions to a T.
You're damn right you will. And if our idiot friend here decides to light something on fire and the captain's okay with it, then we're okay with it. Does that make sense? I'm
Yes,
kidding.
sir.
I don't give a shit if it makes sense.
Alright.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
And I just need you to remember, we have a hold full of treasure, and we have a hostage that we can get rid of. And we have some fancy trident.
It's a pretty good fucking day to be a pirate.
I mean, it could be worse, right? We could be dead.
worse.
We could be on fire, but we're not. We just have an
We're on
idiot.
fire for a little
Well, we
bit.
were, but frankly, ever since he's been around, we've been on fire here and there more than we should be. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I will have a conversation with him about lighting things up prematurely.
He did put the fires out very slowly.
I mean, it's kind of his thing, so
You're the first mate. I'm just bringing things to your attention that I feel.
your concerns are being very well heard, understood, and acted upon.
All right.
What were you doing right now, anyways?
I was gonna set the main
Why
sail.
don't you go do that?
All right. She heads off and starts pulling some rigging and changes the direction of the sail a little bit to catch a little more wind. Last up. Dominic, do you want to describe your character for us? Say no.
No, I'm leaving, actually.
You're
I have to be somewhere.
Got him. I believe you would be on the gun deck, taking account of damages, making sure the cannons are okay, and you're kind of walking through with a checklist. You already handed off the manifest of goods to the captain.
Right.
So Master at Arms, you're making sure cannonballs are restocked and
Walking along, checking along some of these cannons, just making sure there's no major damage, that they'll fire properly once aimed. You see a 3'4" rabbit folk individual. And he's only 3'4" because of his antlers. Extending upwards, though they seem to be filed down ever so slightly because they're a nightmare when they get caught in the rigging. A mix of brownish and whitish fur across the body, wearing a vest that is this deep emerald green with a bit of accents of gold at the edge that have been frayed, seen a lot of use. He's been wearing this vest for some time. Tunic shirt underneath, a bit of a necklace that's hanging around. Seems to have like a clasp, something might be in there. Would be wearing boots if they made boots for my type of feet.
Rabbit feet.
Exactly. A quiver of arrows to his side, and then a ring of keys off to his right. That only seems to have one key. These kind of blackish brown rodent-like eyes that you would normally find on a rabbit. And his name is Jacoby Taylor.
Jacoby Taylor.
Yes. Currently walking along, manifest in hand, quill in the other, kind of riding through, double-checking things. Alright. Seems to be in order. A bit of smudging, but nothing Tavian can't deal with. Alright.
As you're going through, you hear the familiar sound of wood hitting wood, a peg leg. As coming up behind you is Lucky, another Heron aboard the ship as well. As he comes up, you can see his like matted, old, kind of gray fur, just like kind of short coat. There you are, boy.
I whip around. Well, if it isn't my lucky day.
We could use your help below deck. We got some food to prepare, lunch for the crew before we make land.
You want my hands cooking?
Of course, boy.
Ooh, you're brave, but all right.
Can handle a blade, can't you?
Sure, doesn't mean I know how to cook, but all right.
Have you cut some carrots or something?
Why carrots?
We're rabbits, after all.
That's presuming a lot, good sir. I actually enjoy a fine venison every once in a while.
All right.
I'm joking, I'm vegetarian. Let's go.
He takes you kind of forward to the galley. I don't mean to be rude to you, boy, as he's kind of like chopping some stuff up.
I'm sure you can't say anything worse than Peter said to me.
Fair enough. I don't think you're built for the sea.
I mean, of course not. I don't have flippers or a fin.
I do, that's what I mean. We, Heron Gun, don't do well in places like this. So I'm gonna ask you, boy. What brings you aboard the ship? You're quite green.
I mean, my vest is, for sure, but...
Don't get me wrong, you're a talented one. But
Oh, thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere with me.
you do seem more showy and you use a lot of big words that the crew doesn't really understand.
It's half the fun of using big words. If I'm being honest, I'm aboard this ship because I was given two options. I either join the crew or I die, so I'm not looking
Those
for
be the two options.
I'm not necessarily looking for a shorter life, so your lot is an interesting one too. I've never sailed with a lot quite like you, so
A lot quite like us.
yes,
What do you mean by that?
a lot, not a lot, a space.
There aren't a lot of us.
Lot.
so-
No, there's not. There's not a lot, but it's all we've got. So
You're really confusing me here.
rather than us falling into rot over this conversation, let's move on. I like you all. You're interesting, you're different than what I'm used to, but when I like something, I don't usually want to let it go. So consider me around for the time being, and so long as the captain still wants me here, I'll continue to do the work.
Well, you are a talented one, boy. I'll give it to you. But maybe be a little less flashy and use a little less large words.
That's literally impossible for me to do.
All right.
I figured.
I am a poet, and that will never end. Just like the sea itself.
Keep your poetry to yourself, boy.
Oh well.
We'll be making land soon. You going aboard with the captain?
Of course. As much as I enjoy the sea, Need to take time away from the things you enjoy to find the love in it again.
Oi, the lame goal is my home away from home.
The lame goal.
We never been.
Not personally, no.
Oi, it's a beautiful tavern, boy. Lots of... Well, it's really reminiscent of a ship, actually. Large galleon, beautiful galleon. You gotta see it when we get there.
I'm sure I will. Anyway, I point to an onion. What is this?
Ah, that has layers.
Ah, all right.
Cut into the layers.
You don't peel it.
No. Not on this ship. We eat onion skin and all.
All right. We're fucking bastards, aren't we? I just start cutting.
Scene fades away with you cutting onions, a single tear.
It stings! Why does it sting?
There's a little introduction to the crew of the ne'er-do-well. As you are above deck currently, do you want to do the honors of making the first roll of the campaign and make a perception check?
15.
15.
Nice.
Land ho.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Baltha McVeigh coming into view.
Lovely. We are pulling in soon. I'll give it another hour or so. Kind of looking around. Was there anybody on deck?
Bramwyn's still setting the sails. You know that the captain is in her quarters. She's kind of going over the list of goods you just got. Of course, Ian's below deck, and Jacoby should be checking the cannons.
I'm gonna go to the captain's quarters and...
Enter.
Oh, Captain, it's just, it's me. Just wanted to let you know, land is maybe an hour out.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Bellinor.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you're here. I wanted to talk with you real quick about our prisoner.
Yes, ma'am?
Liara tells me he's whispering things to himself.
Yeah, we roughed him up rather good. I could see him having a bit of brain damage.
Do you feel it's something we should perhaps check on?
You concerned about something?
No. I just wonder if he's... I don't know, really. Conjuring up some bad juju on the ship. And I would hate to have that.
Oh, you can say the word and I'll throw him overboard.
I don't know. Not yet. Later.
Gag?
For sure.
Want me to...
Possibly.
I have a sock.
What I would
It's disgusting.
love, Mr. Bellinor, is for you to check on him.
Absolutely.
And see what the mutterings are about. If they're of some kind of validity. If they're just crazy, he's deprived of water and needs some, enrichment in his cage.
Then stab him?
Then I understand. Yeah, maybe just gag him. But if
Gag
it's something
him.
that's important,
That works too. Sure.
listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me about it. If he says anything untoward,
Stab him.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I'll be right back with that. I'm sure it'll be a quick conversation.
Well done.
Stabby little group we are.
Yeah.
Close the door and
Okay.
head down to the brig.
Okay. You head down to the brig below deck. You pass through the kitchens. You can see Jacoby and Lucky prepping lunch for all
Kind
of you.
of looking at you, both of you guys doing your thing.
I just have like a pitcher of water that I'm just like,
What's wrong with him?
Rabbit stew, Mr. Bellinor.
Made of rabbits or made by rabbits?
Boy rabbits, of course.
Okay. Carry on.
You continue by, make your way to the hold.
Quit your crying. It's not that big a deal.
I wish I could. I don't know what's happening to me.
You make your way into the hold. In there, you immediately see the hulking Goliath individual named Finn, who's the captain of the ship you just took. He's shackled arms and legs, and he's behind bars currently. And you can see him, he's kneeling on the ground, just kind of muttering to himself.
Oi, you there?
Well, look who it is,
What are you up to?
muttering to myself.
You know that's obvious, but why? What are you
Saying a
muttering?
prayer for all of us.
Oh, very nice of you.
You don't know what was after us, do you?
We were after you. And we got
Before
you.
You got to us.
Tell me what was after you. I'm sure it's something terrible.
I'm sure you've heard his name before.
Maybe. I've heard a lot of names.
Killian Rafe.
Can't say it rings a bell.
One of the most feared pirates in the Kailane Islands.
Oh, that Killian. Yeah, I may have
that
heard of him.
Killian.
So he's after you, big deal. We have a fast ship. We're going to port. There's generally not a lot of combat to be had at Poltemic.
Yeah, port. Well, we'd be stopped.
Yeah, there's kind of a unspoken, unwritten rule about no fighting. Well, no ship-to-ship fighting.
You think Killian Rafe gives a shit about rules?
I mean, the Pirate Council there will have something to say if he doesn't.
I'm sure they will. Look, you don't understand what you have on this ship.
We got you. We got some treasure. We got a weird trident. Sorry, Biden. Same difference,
Yeah.
really.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you either killed me or let me go in Poltemic.
Definitely not the second option. Well, why don't you tell me a little more about this? I take it it's the Biden that he's coming for you. Over.
Big persuasion check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
That was a good roll.
Fuck yeah. Okay. He kind of stands up. This like
You're a tall one. Okay.
7'3" individual. Just massive muscles.
Oh, you're
and
very,
like
very muscly. Love it.
he steps right up to the bars, face to face
I'm
with
not
you.
going to kiss you. Probably haven't brushed your teeth in a while.
Full of jokes, aren't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
That trident that you have belongs to someone known as the Drowned Prince.
That sounds ominous. Yeah.
It is ominous.
Fantastic. Probably means it'll fetch a good price.
An unbelievable price.
Oh, I believe it already. How much do you think it'll get us?
Depends who you give it to.
This Killian's looking for it, eh? What do you think he'd pay for it?
Nothing. He'll kill you and take it.
Nah, that doesn't sound like a good time. Sure, there's some sort of arrangement, some parlay we can come to.
Look, I'm not going to deliver on my end of the deal, but we were hired to get the trident.
Yeah.
The buyer for it wanted it so they could give it to the Drowned Prince.
Oh, where's the buyer?
Tidecrest.
Let's assume for a second that I know where you're talking about.
South.
No.
Okay. So what you're saying is, after Poltemic, we need to go south, and then we can sell it to your buyer. I'll tell you what.
Since you seem unfamiliar, it's on the island of Naxos.
Look, I'm quite familiar. I've been to all of the islands. That was a test. You passed. Here's the thing. Most of my crew, myself included, are kind of itching to kill you.
I wish you would.
Oh, that's... I don't like people who have that kind of death wish. Makes me a little uncomfortable.
Look, I'm okay with dying,
Yeah?
because the other way I'm going to die is going to be a lot worse.
What makes you think I'll let you die? Not worse.
Look, if I'm being honest, your crew got lucky taking my ship.
We do have lucky, yeah?
Setting off that explosion,
Favorite joke.
my ship would have sunk yours. And I think you know that.
Sure. Except your ship is sunk and mine isn't. Amazing how that works, eh? And you can bluster all you want about that, but here we are. You, prisoner, on our ship.
You know what? Dying a horrifying death at the hands of Killian Rafe might be worth it if I get to watch you die first.
Yeah, I've been on the seas a very long time. He isn't the first dreaded pirate to try to kill me, and he ain't gonna be the last. So how about this? You quit with the fatalistic nonsense, and you assist us getting to where we need to go, connected with your buyer, and maybe we can talk about your freedom.
I could do that.
It seems like a decent deal.
You make it off Poltemic alive, and I'll help you get to my buyer.
Yeah, alright. That's a deal. Can you do me a favor? Quit with the muttering. It's creeping people out.
fine. It did seem to scare that human girl.
Yeah, it'll happen. We're a superstitious lot. Well, some of us.
Yeah, well, whatever you believe in, the seas, the drowned prince, any gods that are still alive, pray to them.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks for the advice. Now,
You're welcome.
kindly sit your happy ass down and we'll continue on our journey. We're almost there. Shore's, less than an hour at this point.
So get ready then.
Get ready. You ain't going anywhere. You're staying right here the whole time.
He walks back to the back of the cell, sets his back against the wall, and just slouches back down.
Do you need anything to drink? Any food?
Rum, if you got it.
Oh, I do. Do you need anything to eat? Any water? Anything like that?
Whatever they're cooking out there smells pretty good. I'll take whatever that is.
Excellent. I'll see to it. Walking back. Oi, don't give him any of this.
Who are you talking about?
The prisoner. You're fine.
Oh,
Heading back up, going to the
what's he been muttering about?
things, and it's a prayer. It's fine. Don't even worry.
Prayer to fucking what? Whatever.
Quit your crying. It's not that big a deal.
I'm done crying. Patting the eyes, it hurt.
Oh, he's learning about layers.
Yeah. Ah, he's giving you the onion treatment. You're not the first.
How is that a thing on the ship?
It's hard to explain.
You continue past him, make your way back up to the
Everyone's had the onion treatment.
the captain's quarters.
It's initiation.
Land you can see is getting much closer.
Okay.
Maybe 10 minutes out at this point.
Captain,
Yes, Mr. Bellinor.
this is the conversation I just had. It should take the next 5 minutes. Quite interesting, right?
Did you say Tidecrest?
I did. Well, he did. I suppose I did as well. You have issues with Tidecrest?
Well,
Oh,
pretty
all-
sure I still have my bounty there.
Oh, well, that's not a big deal. We, have a capable pirate crew. We can, deal with whatever ridiculousness comes from there. It'll be fine.
All right, let's get off this island as quick as we can and try and
Do you think we should be concerned about this Killian person?
Killian. Well, our sloop is rather quick.
It is.
Wind's on our side.
It is.
Haven't seen anything on the horizon chasing us as of yet.
I mean, I was up there a few minutes ago, saw nothing.
I don't want to jinx anything, but right now I'm not very worried.
Excellent. If you're not worried, Captain, neither am I.
And you're not worried, so I'm not worried.
Oh, this is working perfectly.
This is why you're my first mate.
This is what happens when you take an extension cord and plug it into itself.
Let's rally the troops and get the ship ready for port.
Hi, Captain. I go up.
Head
go-
out.
Okay. Before you head out, Killian Wraith, the name kind of sits in your mind. Make me a quick investigation check.
10.
10. Okay. You go over to your bookshelf, and you kind of are looking through. You find a list of pirates and some brief descriptions of them. Flipping through, you're like, I know I saw the name in here somewhere. You come to a page, Killian Wraith, captain of the Oleander. He is indiscriminate when it comes to his hunting. Pirates have set up kind of the old guard, pirates don't hunt pirates. Killian hunts pirates.
Oh, maybe I am a little worried. I'll close the book, shove it back on the shelf.
Yeah. And the Oleander is a galleon, one of the biggest ships with the most guns that you're aware of.
That's
Mr. Bellinor, let's make those sails hasty, please.
You come above deck. Land ho has been shouted. You all kind of come up to watch the ship come into port. As you do,
real quick. Who's helms? And is it me?
it would be you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I kind of thought so.
You probably would have had like Tavian take over or something, like or Branman. She's a little more capable. When you went and had that conversation. Do you want to be at the helm?
To
dock
take the ship in, definitely.
Okay. You take the helm. Everyone else comes up above deck to see the island of Warnea, which is home to Potomac Bay, the major trading post. As you come into port, you're met with the familiar sight, as evening approaches, of a dense, heavy, unnatural fog that you've seen 1,000 times. This acts as a natural cover for the bay itself. So no one knows how many ships are present. No one knows where their island guns are stationed. If someone came into port, you imagine that they didn't want there. This fog would help quite a bit. You kind of come through it, and as you move through this blanket, it opens up immediately as you get close to the docks. Sprawling up the hillside of the island is a massive town. Bustling, smoke coming from chimneys of many houses, and then behind it, a jungle backdrop. The docks are crowded, and you can immediately spot the giant inn, which is a galleon that has been lifted from the ocean and placed on the shore and has been turned into a kind of makeshift tavern with a house kind of built around it. But you skillfully, with your years at sea, are able to dock the ship.
And my familiarity with this bay.
And familiar with this bay. You have no problem docking the ship.
Excellent maneuvering.
Thank you.
The crew hops off, begins tying off. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you are now parked and...
I'd like to enlist the crew to start unloading the cargo to the dock.
Mm-hmm.
And, Mr. Taylor, you're fancy with words. Can you pay off the docksman? Tell him we're here for some legitimate business.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Make sure you only give him no more than 10.
Words?
No.
Oh.
Gold. Currency, whatever the fuck kind of currency we're using.
Captain,
Gotcha.
do we trust Taylor with all this responsibility so early?
You're right. Go with him.
All right, let's go.
Now,
Hell yes.
Yeah.
you're going to offer 10.
Yeah.
He's going to counter with something like 40 or 50.
Sure.
Don't go over 20. If you go over 20, you're a sucker.
I'm rather frugal myself, so I think I can handle this.
The two of you step off as you're both watching the crew kind of unload your goods.
Oh, Darkmaster!
Start with 5.
Oh, I was already going to.
A human individual, seems like he might be maybe a half-elf. His ears are covered by a large hat. He's wearing a fine coat. As he walks up, what can I do for you today? What's your reason for docking here in Potomac Bay?
Oh, we've got a bit of legitimate business in town. Manifest. I'll hand a shipping manifest over. Let's keep things square. On top of that manifest as well is sitting 5 gold. That everything looks ship-shape and in order on that manifest.
He puts it in his jacket pocket. Most don't need to declare that they are carrying legal goods.
But this is to be extra careful.
Extra careful is 30 gold.
You drive a
Yeah.
hard bargain.
Unfortunately, we're legal, of course, legitimate, whatever
As
he's
you
saying.
keep saying.
But if we weren't, and anyone investigated into undue corners of hypothetical ships...
I'm going to put my hand over his mouth real quick. What my flaring friend is trying to say here is simply...
Something a lot more like 50 gold the longer this conversation continues.
How about 15 to start?
How about you shut the fuck up?
Now, we
50
don't
gold it
threaten the Dockmaster. Here's an extra 10. And that's a beautiful coat you have on.
It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
Which it won't.
Make a persuasion check and make an intimidation check.
But imagine, but we're both just standing there going,
Solid first roll of the campaign.
What do we get?
3
23 total.
24.
24.
I am proficient in charisma stuff.
I'm not.
I'm a +6.
Why don't you keep this fiery fellow in check, and all will be good. You seem to have a good head on your antlers. I don't see many of your kind here. I'm
It's
being honest.
perfectly fine. There's not many of my kind out there. I'd give him a little wink.
You can make port. 15 gold. We'll let you stay till tomorrow.
Stay till tomorrow.
15 gold a day to make port here.
All right. We'll start with that. Maybe in contact again.
Very well. Who are you here to see, if you don't mind me asking?
Don't know if I should be saying this out loud.
Yeah, you're right, you shouldn't. You know, we paid the fee to get on board.
I would suppose that would be an extra 3 off of our price for that type of information.
Suppose I could deduct that from the next day.
Fair enough. Then I'll tell you the next day.
Well played, sir.
Touche.
A good evening.
Is it
Sure.
evening?
Yes. As you can see, the sun is starting to set.
Shit, the day's really flown by. All right, let's start offloading. Do you have any extra hands who can assist with us? We're a small crew, but we've got plenty.
Plenty of legal goods.
Of course.
Yes, well, let me see what I can get for you. Gold piece per hand.
You know,
Never mind, we're more than efficient
yeah,
enough.
we have a perfectly
Very
capable
well,
Tavian.
Trying to make a living.
Tavian is actually our best hand we've got.
Yeah, no.
He should carry it all.
He's got 2 of them.
It's true. And feet.
For now.
As you start talking, he kind of just wanders off.
I can't believe you almost spent 50.
50?
Yeah, you were gonna fall for his trap. Good thing I was here to save you.
Good thing indeed.
Cheers, mate. I'm here for you.
That's what I'm worried about. Turn and leave. Head back. I'll let Cap know.
Okay.
15 a night here.
Yeah. Wait, a night?
A night.
A night.
A night.
Who did you speak to?
Suppose I can do.
Dark Master.
It's not gonna do. I'll take care of it, Captain.
I don't know. He kept pushing for more.
I'll slit his throat.
He was wondering who I was supposed. Well, we don't want to do that here.
Watch me.
I really won't be. He was wondering who we were supposed to be meeting with our equipment. I thought that would better shave off the price, so I kept it to myself.
Ah,
Did
well,
it shave off the price?
He tried to push for it for the next day, so I told him I'd save the information for the next day.
That's clever.
that's clever.
Okay.
Yes. Well, suppose there's no harm in telling him our contact if it comes up again.
All right.
He's perfectly legitimate, runs a perfectly honourable business.
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
And so do we.
Yes.
You know that we're not really legitimate.
I'm kind of missing the subtext here too. I think.
Okay.
Gentlemen, shall we disembark this loop?
Oh, yes, hoity-toity.
We're doing that thing.
Of course, Captain.
Can't affect a different voice in this one, so this is as good as it's gonna get.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
stuck in that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
We'll do some dialect work. I've got you.
Hard pass.
Hard passed away.
As you're all talking about heading to shore, and Lucky kind of hobbles up.
Captain, would you be alright with me joining you as you're heading ashore?
Of course, Lucky.
Alright, I do miss the lame gull. It's a
That's
beautiful
well,
tavern.
Excellent, excellent. Are we unloaded now?
In fact, crew, it has been a minute since we've been to port, and you all do deserve a good time. So, I'd like to share a bit of our wealth and invite you to let loose tonight, just as soon. Be back on ship first thing tomorrow.
Reasonably
First thing
let
tomorrow.
loose.
Everyone kind of cheers. Tavian is kind of looks at you. Captain, darling, should I take my shirt off to enjoy myself aboard?
Whatever.
Or
you
should
like.
I... It's off right now, as
Yes.
per your command, but should I... while we're ashore as well?
Well, when you're off the ship, what you do with your beautiful body is up to you.
Ah, fair enough. It's
In
quite
fact,
chilly.
what you do with your body should always be up to you, because bodily autonomy is very important.
You hear that? Captain says bodily autonomy matters. So matters.
So take care of yourself, or we'll kill you and your beautiful body.
I've been trying to take care of myself. Liara refuses to take care of these horrible blisters on my hands and this sunburn on my shoulders.
Oh, you're... Let me see the blisters real quick.
Here, please take a look.
Let's pop one.
If you weren't going to do it, I was going to do it.
Hey, look there. Taken care of.
If you soak it in salt water, it will actually heal a lot faster.
A couple
Oh.
of months to see you'll be calloused over, you'll be fine.
I can cauterize it.
You can?
That's actually instantaneous.
Produce flame.
It hurts.
Yeah, I do worry
It
about
hurts.
you alone, though, so find a buddy and stay with the buddy, please.
Yep, buddy system, everybody.
Tavian.
Who? Do I have to choose between
The best of the bunch.
A threesome!
I'm down for a threesome.
Alright, come on.
Branwen?
You're with
Branwen,
us.
I'd like to be with you, buddy Branwen.
Alright, I put my arm around him.
I put my other arm around him. Actually, it's more around like his waist. I'm a little short.
Looking at you. This is gonna go quite well.
You'll carry
he's
Tavian
done.
off with you.
I want a glass of red
Toss your coin
immediately.
A coin?
Yeah, an extra.
All right. The goods are offloaded. The whole crew makes their way towards the lame goal, which is where I'm assuming you're headed, unless you're going somewhere else.
Sure, mate.
Where's the
Your contact.
cargo?
Our contact is at the bar.
Yeah, you did unload it on the docks. You do know that this is safe. No one's going to
Okay.
take your cargo.
This isn't one of those I'm gonna need to stay behind and
No,
defend
no,
things.
no.
Okay.
This is if it's unloaded by your ship. That's your cargo. No one's going to take it.
And generally, we could maybe, when we sell it, like his people could come get it.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a general code of honor here.
Yeah.
As
yeah.
we're kind of like walking as the dockmaster right there,
He's kind of down, looking at another ship, kind of writing something down.
I veer off from the group as they're heading towards the lame goal. Captain, I'll catch up with you in a moment. I walk up to the harbor master.
Okay.
Excuse me,
Yes.
the ship over there. How much did he pay you to stay the night?
For perfectly legitimate goods, standard 15 gold is what we
Very
agreed
odd that
upon.
you'd say perfectly legitimate. I mean,
That's what he kept calling it,
well, it is perfectly legitimate then.
as you've all said.
I understand you think that is 15 gold a night, though.
Standard.
Is that standard?
Very standard.
And what does what do the pirate council think of that standard price?
They tend to look the other way. They don't care about the goings on.
You see, I ask only because we're going to meet with them soon, and I'd hate to have to tell them that we're being harassed at the dock for an exorbitant price.
You're going to meet with the council.
Well, one of them, at least. The most important one.
Make a persuasion check.
Seven.
7.
Oh.
Vikram then.
Obviously.
Yes. Well, as Lord of Ornea, he doesn't tend to care what happens at the harbor. And perfectly legitimate goods is his specialty, so a standard 15 gold makes sense.
Yeah. We'll have to revisit this tomorrow then.
Have a good evening.
You do the same. What was your name again? No, I'm kidding. I don't care. I walk away.
His brain's already
That's a
going.
DM saving grace right
Yeah.
there. Care less, please.
Yeah. You walk off. You can kind of see the rest of the crew moving up the cobblestone streets, headed to the inn.
I catch up with them.
All right. Headed up to the lame goal. As you're making your way up from the docks, you see this massive titan of a ship with kind of like a tavern built on the top deck. As you open the doors, you're immediately met with like the smell of stale ale and like rum, loud, raucous music that's being played from a crow's nest up above the top deck. Just
Sick.
performing up there. And there's kind of layers as they move down the main mast of just different performers, dancers, like all types of entertainment, essentially. But they are well above the rabble below, which is just pirates, citizens of Poltemic Bay. Like, it's a very mixed crowd. There's every race you could think of here. There's kind of a VIP area, which is like up towards what would be the captain's quarters, which is like cornered off, and you can see like a couple of like, looks like a little bit more important individuals gathered around tables. It's a little quieter up there, and you can see them all kind of whispering to each other, sipping on rum. Behind the bar is a familiar face to Captain as well as Martin. I don't know if you two have really been here before.
How long's it been?
Well over a year.
I haven't then.
Neither have I.
Yeah. Vikram, who is a tiefling individual. As he's part of the Empire, he's a noble there. This is where you come to offload your ill-gotten goods, and he passes them off as
Perfectly legitimate.
perfectly legitimate, yes. He is a necessary part of pirate operations in the Kailane Islands. You see him kind of behind the bar, just shining a glass. He's not really working. All the other bartenders are kind of just doing stuff. He's kind of just looking around.
Being that I'm from here, how would I know this guy well enough?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He was, like, brought in by the council and named the Lord of Ornea, but he doesn't really associate with the title. It was kind of given to him.
What's the color of his skin?
Kind of a bright red, almost like dark red brick. Short, kind of wavy black hair with two red horns. One of them is, you can see like a large cut in it. And he's just there shining a glass. He kind of nods to the captain as you walk in.
Vicky, you red horny bastard, how are you?
You know well enough that it's Vikram.
Of course.
Red Belly Pete. Is Red Belly? No.
Yeah.
Red Belly Pete.
That's right.
Red Belly Pete.
Good to see you. This is the part where you say good to see me.
Well, Lord of Manea. How's the job?
I can't say I enjoy politics, but I do enjoy money, which hopefully that's what you've brought me.
It's your lucky day
Obviously,
now.
that's why we're here.
Oh, I love you, perfectly legitimate folk.
We are, as they say, perfectly legitimate.
Yep.
I think we might have a title
Yeah.
of the episode. Perfectly legitimate pirates.
Perfectly legitimate.
Well,
Business.
Captain Limora.
Nemoria.
Nemoria.
It's alright.
It's so many names to remember in politics.
I
Sorry.
understand. No, I completely understand.
Well, tell me, what have you brought me?
Besides my beautiful face,
Your beautiful face, of course.
lots of goods and booty.
And
But that'll
beauty.
come later.
Right. There are a few captains as beautiful as you are.
There are none.
Spoken like a true first mate.
Though most people, if they really wanted to impress me, would offer me a drink first.
Gin, wasn't it?
You remember?
Of course.
Run
I
for the
forget
rest.
names, but I remember everyone's drink.
Red for me.
Well, we have
You
a
want one.
lovely bounty for you today.
Trust me.
It's just on the door.
It's the best rum around.
Do you have a manifest or something
That's
I can
fair.
look over?
I'm a little
Indeed.
rancher.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
your manifest, please.
Manifest! You see horns first, like right above the bar, and then hopping up onto a stool. Manifest.
New crew member.
Indeed. Mr. Taylor. Jacoby, was it?
Yes, Jacoby Taylor, at your service.
Jacoby Taylor. And your drink of choice.
Well, I was told rum.
Best rum on the island, right here.
Rum to start.
Rum to start. Yours, of course, is rum.
Obviously.
Oh, and I suppose we should introduce you to our newest, or not newest, sorry, another new member.
Yes.
Hey, mate.
Lovely beard.
Yeah, lovely face.
Thank you.
Yeah. Be a shame if something happened to it.
Is that a
And a-
threat?
No, I think
no,
you're
no.
gorgeous.
He really doesn't have context when it comes to his language.
It's something he
Good.
can't say.
You see him hold out his arm as two men stop moving.
Oh, shit. All right.
You have to imagine
I am
everything.
mighty.
If there's a high and a low of context, he just always writes the middle.
I understand. Okay.
I'm glad somebody does.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say fire water might be your drink of choice.
Well, I like the first half of that sentence.
You'll like the taste of it, I'm sure.
You're good. You're a good man.
Just produce flames, say ah.
Pull up a stool, all of you pull up a stool, and let me take a look at this manifest, Mr. Taylor. Now he kind of looks it over. He pulls a gin off the top shelf, slides a glass over to you, and
Good chance.
yeah.
Are there card tables anywhere?
There are some towards the back, but he pours you a rum, and then a fire water, which is essentially 151.
Yeah, all right. Hey, Tavian, smell this, but don't drink.
I think he would like fire water as well.
Well, let's have a cheers to perfectly legitimate business.
Perfectly legitimate.
Oh, real drink. Great.
He kind of like continues to look over the manifest.
The trident is not on it.
Okay, you didn't list the trident on it. That's literally what I was about to ask. Okay. As he's looking it over, you unloaded at the docks, correct?
Indeed.
All right. I'll send some men down. I'll have them move it to Smuggler's Den.
Excellent.
What's
What's wrong?
Captain, about our guest, should we inform...
Did I go aboard the ship?
Huh?
We already unloaded.
No, our guest aboard the ship.
You brought a guest.
Well,
Yes, well, you know, he's here right now. And hey, say hi to the captain. Tavian, come on.
Yes,
Looking at
yes, of course. Make a deception check. At advantage, because that was really good, actually.
isn't he pretty?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm the guest.
Yeah.
Excuse my attire. I was told shirtless was a good choice.
It always is a good choice.
Vikram kind of looks him over.
Don't do that.
He does look quite lovely shirtless, so we can have him here. We do love guests. Your crew's getting bigger and bigger every day, isn't it, Lemuria?
Can't keep him away.
Who could blame him?
True. Were I a pirate and significantly less rich, I might consider it.
Yeah, not that we are.
Of course not.
legitimate.
Perfectly legitimate, yes. I'll have my men move the goods. Enjoy the lame goal, everyone. Have a drink, have some fun. Tavian, keep your shirt off.
Excellent. Captain, I'm going to go play a game of cards.
Please.
Are we going to need some rooms this evening?
What's the plan?
I think I might actually head back to the ship after a few
You
drinks.
have your gold. Do what you'd like.
When are we meeting back?
First thing before, as soon as daylight breaks.
Soon as daylight breaks.
So dawn.
I might as well sleep on the ship then.
Same.
Well, I will say one night at the Lame Goal does tend to turn to 3 or 4 once you've had some fun here.
We'll see how the night goes.
Yeah, I'm going to go have
Fair
some fun
enough.
and play some cards.
Fair enough.
Vicky, good to see you. Heads off to the card table.
Okay. The Lame Goal is yours to explore for the evening. Is there anything in particular anyone would like to get up to while you're here? I know
Yeah.
you're going to want to play some cards
And heavy drinking.
and heavy drinking.
I'll sing.
You'll sing? You want to
Yeah,
perform?
sure.
Okay. And Captain?
Get super wasted.
Super wasted. Okay.
Flirt with everyone.
Okay.
I'd like to take Tavian back to the docks for a little, balancing of the checkbook.
Right now?
Whenever it's an appropriate time.
Okay. I'll kind of go one by one through everyone in the tavern and see what everyone's up to. Since you said it first, let's start off playing some cards.
I will be cheating
Okay.
because I am very good with cards.
Okay. So let's see here. Cards. Okay. All right. You step over, kind of across the bar. You move underneath the main mast where all the performers are. You can kind of see in the background that Jacoby is kind of eyeing the performance area. Captain has started drinking and is already talking up to the patron that was sitting right next to her on the stool. Ian is kind of pulling Tavian down and like whispering something in his ear. And your crew kind of spreads out. Liara starts drinking herself, and she does purchase a room here for the evening. The rest of the crew, Lucky is kind of a bit of a wallflower, kind of just like sipping on some drink, looking out at everyone. Branwen gets a drink and then leaves almost immediately back to the ship. And last but not least, I'm forgetting.
Lucky, Tab, Branwen.
Oh, that was everyone.
Yeah, you got everyone.
Okay. You head over to a table. There you can see a group of, you'd imagine, pirates playing some cards.
Multiple tables?
There are multiple card
I
tables.
want to find the table that looks like it's got the least salty motherfuckers at it.
Okay. You kind of like walk over to the table. Been at sea for a while. Yep, been at sea for a while.
Give him a sniff.
Yeah. And then you find a table of probably locals, and you pull up a chair.
It's good to see you all.
You as well.
What are we playing?
Fresh off the boat.
Something like that.
Texas Hold'em. It's the game.
Texas, eh?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Is that an island?
Part of the mainland.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't spend much
They
time
like
there.
this game up there. They like cattle too.
Everything's bigger there.
Yeah, everything's bigger.
Only have two things there, I hear. Okay. Let's play.
All
I'm
right.
sure I'll pick it up quickly.
Throw some gold in the pot. We'll buy you.
Sure, why not? I'll pretend I don't.
5 gold buy-in. You toss it into the pot. Since you're cheating, we're not really going to play Texas Hold'em right now. So make me a deception and sleight of hand check.
My immersion is broken.
At advantage because of my cartomancy. My ability to do prestidigitation without verbal or semantic components.
Ooh.
You gave me this ability. So.
I did give you this ability. Absolutely.
So both deception and sleight of hand at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, deception's first. Nat 20.
Oh my god!
It was a 4 and a nat 20.
And then sleight of hand is 18.
I just wanted another nat 20.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's blow it on cards.
Okay. There is a montage of you just pulling pots of gold off the table into your bag.
That's my baby.
I see Ocean's 11.
Yeah. This is, you are laying out cards and changing the faces and the values of all the cards in your hand. And like people like want to speak up that they have that same card in their hand. It may not make sense for you to have it as well. But most of them just kind of like look at you and just fold.
Like anytime somebody like starts to speak up, I'm like smiling and then
Yeah. They're wondering if they're cheating and like they don't want to like get caught, and also this fucking pirate sitting in front of them and they're just everyday dudes. So you're just scooping handfuls of gold off this table and just watching it fall into this pouch.
and I'm probably only there for like 20 minutes or
20
something
minutes,
before I'm
okay.
like, all right, well, you've all been lovely.
They're all
Appreciate
naked.
Your,
Yeah. Yeah, they're just sitting there just like bare ass cheeks on like stools.
I very much appreciate all of the money. I tell you what, no hard feelings. I'll buy you all a round of drinks.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I'll be right back. I head to the bar. They'll take a round of drinks over there. He's paying for it.
Yes.
One of them just like their bare ass looks over and goes. You walk away from the card table after cleaning them out. They are flat broke now.
How much?
Go ahead and add 73 gold pieces.
I had very little as it was.
Well, we all started.
We all started with 4K.
Yeah,
4,000. Was it 4,000 each or 4,000 split
it
to
was
1,000
4,000
each?
split up. 4,000 each.
So 1,000 each.
Oh,
Sorry,
I thought it was
yeah,
4,000 each.
I will add
We did
another
not
1,000.
divide that amongst
Oh, really?
ourselves.
Okay.
You were because you were told that we had 4,000. We never went from there. That's what happened.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Excellent.
So I guess just 1,000 for each for now, probably more than that.
Yeah, she can redistribute if she wants.
And I also got myself a drink with that guy paying for
Okay.
it.
He's like, all right, to their tab.
Yeah, he was very, very lovely fellow.
All right. Well, we'll switch over to Jacoby as you
Hello.
are getting ready to perform.
Hello, love.
What are we doing? What kind of performance?
Oh, up-tempo. Something to get
Up-tempo.
everyone onto the floor, or...
Are we playing some music? Are we
Oh, I will be singing.
singing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I am not proficient with musical instruments,
Okay.
unfortunately. Though I would be willing to learn someday.
All right. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Sure. That's a natural 1.
Oh.
You're not proficient at singing either.
Oh, I am an expertise in singing, actually.
Okay. You kind of go up.
Song
I have
choice.
a
Yeah.
+8.
It sounds beautiful, but the song is not good for this location.
You kind of go up to the upper level.
I start doing a ballad.
Yeah, you kind of like
Memory.
Yeah, you talk to the band for a minute. You're kind of like, here's the plan, guys. Like, this is what a beat. Let's get everyone dancing now. And you like take the stage. Someone announces you, Jacoby Taylor of the Ne'er-Do-Well, here to perform a special song for all of us tonight to get us dancing. You've never performed here.
Nope.
And this is your debut.
No, I'm a musical theater kid
Yeah.
in, like, the dodgy alley club. I'm surrounded by a biker gang.
Yeah. You step up, and oh my god, is it awful. Every crew member from your ship just puts their head down and is like, oh my god. As you're almost like missing the beat entirely. They're playing something very different to what you're singing.
It's their responsibility to keep up with me. I'm not going to accommodate.
Your tempo is just so much faster,
Yes.
and like occasionally your voice cracks.
I'm like drinking.
It's flavor.
Yeah, you ate some of that soup earlier, and like an onion skin got caught in your throat, and you're like,
Flies out.
flies out. Yeah. Vikram down below, you're still at the bar, and you hear him go, "Get him off stage. He's totally ruining the vibe in here." And below, like you just see him like, as you are like yanked off stage by like these big guys.
I'll start the booing.
Wait, I haven't finished yet.
No, you don't need to finish. Come with us. He pulls you off stage, and he's like, "Look, kid, that was awful."
It's definitely my first time in this rodeo, so
Yes, was that an onion skin that flew out of your mouth?
you are dead on.
Yeah. it's
There's
still
layers
on
to
the-
how that happened.
Yeah, it's still on the floor over there. Look, you can't ever perform here again. It's nothing personal. You're just really bad.
It feels really personal, especially when you say it like that.
It is personal. I lied.
is personal.
Actually, yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to say? It's your loss.
Yeah. We'll take it.
And him was a personal favorite at the Dungeon of Desire.
Damn.
Kicking it off strong with a nat 1.
Love it. Next up. Let's start with Ian. You're dragging
All right,
driving
mate.
away.
Now that disaster's over, let's make a disaster of our own, shall we?
Disaster. Yes, is that what, darling? Is that what we're known for? Disaster.
Come along.
His performance was a disaster.
Yeah, but we're gonna do it somewhat more intentional.
Intentional disaster. Yes.
So here's the deal. You know how the seas are haunted and should be destroyed at all costs, right?
You have said that on multiple occasions.
Most
Yes,
days.
all days, actually. I don't think I've gone one day without you saying it.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember
did
when
spend
that
a lot
was.
of time shirtless.
Regardless, shut up. So, we're gonna go back to the docks. We're gonna find the dock master, right? And we're going to enhance the haunted nature of the sea, okay? Now, I know that
Enhance
you're not
haunted
good
nature
at
of the sea, yes.
skills, but you're really good at being a scared idiot, right?
I wouldn't call it my specialty. What
Yeah,
I'm known
well,
for
if you could
particularly,
convince
I mean,
us otherwise.
I'm known for my beauty mostly, but
Beauty? People find you at... Alright, anyways.
they don't find me beautiful. What do they find you?
Well, you're just a curious lack of hairiness.
And you're so hairy.
Oh no, it's like a sweater under here.
It feels like a sweater standing next to you because you're so warm.
All the attractive men have it.
Hair.
Anyways,
Hair standing out that well.
so we're gonna go along, and you're just going to have to run away from the spirits that arise. All right?
Run away from the spirits that arrive. Yes, of course, darling. I got it. I'm ready.
Good.
What could possibly go wrong?
Of course.
I'm with you. Like,
Yeah. Above table, real quick.
yeah.
A slight
killed Hadley.
mechanical question.
Yes.
Can this dude take a hit?
You've seen him take hits. It doesn't take much to put him down,
But he's alive.
but he's alive.
Great. Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay.
You're like evil frogman.
Yeah, he literally did that. Yeah, but in his new voice.
All right. So, I'm gonna bring him over to the docks. Hopefully, just out of sight
Yes.
of the deckmaster. And I'm going to say, all right, mate. So, you're going to get near our ship. And when you see the evil spirit, you've got to run.
Just to clarify for me.
All right, ready?
Is there actually
And
going to
go!
be, as he's standing there just like stiff as a board, waiting for something to appear.
I'll take my dagger and I'll stab him in the ass real quick.
The blade goes into his ass. And he just starts running
And then
down the dock with a dagger that's just in his ass.
And then I'm gonna send Elmo out behind him, darkened.
Okay.
And when they reach the shoreline, I'm going to have Elmo release the ever-smoking bottle that I've had him take, and then alighten himself with a light cantrip.
Okay. Make me a performance check using your Arcana modifier.
Interesting. All right. That sounds like Arcana to me. Great. 5.
5. Okay. What unfolds? Tavian screams with the dagger in his ass and starts running, and then a memory pops into his head, and he, Jacoby, seawater helps with wounds. And he jumps off the docks into the water as the spirit goes forward, and just smoke appears. And your thing goes off, and the dockmaster is just looking the other way at the guy that just jumped into the water. As everything falls apart and unravels.
Amazing. So,
Sounds like us.
so he's looking at the splash in the water, not at the smoke
Not
that's
at the
built.
smoke that's
Fucking hell. All right, great. So from, God damn it.
Feeling a bit better about my now one.
Yeah.
I'm going to, from myself, produce flame and shoot it, hopefully just in front of the deckhand, in the direction of Elmo flashing.
Okay. Make me another performance check using Arcana.
Fucking A. Okay, it's one better. 6.
We all have inspiration.
You attempt to shoot this produced flame just past him to try and grab his attention. You angle it just a little bit too much to the left as it catches his coat on fire. He's looking in the water. He starts to put it out, but he does look towards the spirit and smoke as Tavian surfaces, and he goes, "Evil spirits! There's evil spirits! Run!"
Good enough. All right, at that moment, that's almost what I wanted. I will activate the lining that's in my clothing that I've meticulously sewn into my clothing with the help of Red Belly Pete and his immaculate sewing skills.
I am an
And
Made these shots?
it will start to make me blur just a little bit, almost like a displacer's hide, as I am going to try to, there's like, I imagine a podium or something like that where he keeps his stores of the fees that he takes?
Yeah.
Or something of that nature?
Yeah, there's definitely, probably off closer up on the stone parts. You'd have like a little office set up.
Nice. So with that distraction, now I'm going to try to infiltrate.
Okay. You can see that he's trying to help Tavian out of the water while like questioning him about it, and you're able to take this time to go to his desk. Roll investigation check.
Investigation, yeah. I'm not gonna
And what are
use
you
that
looking
die.
for?
I am looking for gold, and I am looking for any personal, intimate property of this deckmaster.
Okay.
Investigation, 14.
14. Looking through, you don't find any gold. As you're kind of rummaging through, you look up, and like the camera almost zooms in on the large coin pouch at his side as he's pulling Tavian out of the water. You do look through, and you see a list of ships that have recently arrived at port and are currently stationed here. And you do find something written next to each one: perfectly legitimate, perfectly legitimate, perfectly legitimate. And then there's your ship, the ne'er-do-well, perfectly legitimate, underlined, underlined, underlined.
Amazing.
As well as a fee written next to each one. Most of them it's 3 gold years. Written next to it's 15.
Definitely doesn't surprise
Nice. Great. So I would love to replace the 15. I'd like to try to scratch out, kind of rub out, and messy up, and put the 15 to the whatever the flowery ship is above us, and put a 3 next to ours.
Gotcha. It's the daffodil. You just write in a 15. Make a sleight of hand check. I want to see how well you did with this.
Sure. No, not that die.
He swapped 3 times.
14.
Ooh, nice.
14. Okay. Looks pretty good.
Nice.
You think if he's not looking too closely or he looks at it the next day, it'll definitely pass.
Great. All right. So, and then I will try to sneak out again using kind of my blurred clothing to help me to sneak out. And just as I leave on the exterior, what's this office made of?
Just wood.
Okay, good. So on the exterior corner of the wood, hopefully with enough insulation to make it take a while, I will produce flame.
Okay.
And then I'll exit.
Okay, make me a stealth check as you're sneaking away after
Great.
setting it on fire.
I have advantage on all stealth checks.
11.
That's going to be a nat 1 and a 12, making it a 17 total.
Nice.
17.
That's killer.
You were able to sneak away. Where are you headed? Are you headed back to the ship, back to the tavern?
Back to the tavern.
Okay, you head back to the tavern. As in the background, you hear cries, "Pull it out, darling! Pull it out! Please, get it out of me!" As
Poor kid.
Just pulling a dagger out his ass on the docks.
And then Elma would know the cue. As soon as I'm gone, it would blink out, and it would follow me home. After grabbing the
Elma
smoking
follows
bottle.
you, yeah. Last on the list, Captain. You're sitting around, flirting, having a drink.
I'd probably dance if I got enough gin in me.
Okay. Go ahead and make a performance check.
12.
Okay. You take to the dance floor. You're more intentional, and some of your partners are kind of bringing you down a little bit, so you're not as performing as well as you normally would. But make a perception check.
13.
13. As you're kind of looking around, surveying, having fun, you do check in on your crew from time to time. And you see Lucky, and he looks very uncomfortable sitting in the dark corner. And he does keep making eye contact with you, like he wants to talk.
Okay. I'll bid my last partner a fond farewell and make my way over to Lucky.
Okay. They kind of, as you walk away.
Captain, sorry to bother you, but I was hoping to talk to you about something.
What seems to be the problem?
Perhaps we can head towards a Varkin table in the back or something like that.
Aye. Lead the way.
As you head off, you both sit down.
Captain, that trident. What are we looking to do with it?
Sail it, of course.
Sell it. To who?
Mr. Bernal says there's a contact on Tidecrest.
Tidecrest. Very interesting, Tidecrest. The trident isn't whole, is it?
No, seems to be missing a piece.
Sure, it would fetch a much larger sum of gold if we were to complete the trident.
Suppose it would.
Go and make an insight check.
I missed the box, but 19.
But I liked the number.
Okay. Lucky's never asked about inventory or items or anything. This is very uncharacteristic for him. He's happy to be a cook, be aboard the ship, fire cannons, kill people, do whatever. He doesn't ask about the goods.
Do you know something, Lucky?
Captain, there are many legends surrounding Fey beings. Being Fey myself, I've heard a story or two. The Drowned Prince is a complicated story.
I take a large swig of my drink. I like complicated stories.
If this truly be the trident of the Drowned Prince, there's far more at stake here than simple gold pieces, Captain.
Like what?
A prince of the Fae. They could get you anything that you're looking for.
Really?
And surely if we were to return a trident to him, he'd be willing to grant us anything.
Well, Mr. Bellinor said our client that we were supposed to sell it to was buying it for the Drowned Prince.
But if they were to set him free, surely they would get whatever it was he was offering.
Indeed.
Why not us, Captain?
That's quite a thought. How would we go about locating this Drowned Prince on our own?
There's many stories about the Drowned Prince. It's said that he sunk an entire city into the water. Wielding that trident. Entire civilization just like that. But you see, we Fae, we don't kill people for fun. No. We play tricks. I don't think he sunk this city. But I think someone thinks he did.
So you think maybe the city is on another plane of existence?
And I'm not really sure. That's far outside my wheelhouse, Captain. But I'd be happy to do whatever it takes to see this through, Captain.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Since this bugger in our brig doesn't seem to know much more than what he was told, what if we were to see the transaction up to the buyer to get some more information about where we might locate the Drowned Prince?
Why, Captain, I like that idea. I do.
And then we take that information
And use it for ourselves. I
Exactly.
like that idea, Captain. I do. I know there's a lot of stories surrounding the Drowned Prince. It seems to be more and more prevalent amongst these islands. But I'd like us to be the ones to see it through.
I would too.
I'd follow you to the ends of the earth, Captain, if you did this.
You should do that already, Lucky.
Aye.
You're a good lad, and we like having you on board. I think the first step is trying to find this missing prong. Wouldn't you agree?
I'd agree with that, Captain. I would agree with that. I'm not sure where we'd start a search like that.
I know someone who might. He may take some persuasion.
Who might that be, Captain?
Finn, the prisoner.
Well, I could head back to the ship, Captain. See if I can get any information out of him. See if he's hiding anything. With your permission, I would take things to the extreme.
Indeed.
Out of the corner of your eye, you do see Ian walk back in.
Oh god, he lost talent.
Yeah.
I will also say he would have crossed paths with me because if I got kicked out, then I'm leaving back to the
you
ship
were kicked
as well.
out. You were kicked off the stage.
I think I'm still leaving back to the ship.
Okay.
But if I make eye contact with you, I just give you a little nod.
And you would see, I think everyone here would see the captain and Lucky having a conversation off in the corner.
Let me try my method of persuasion first.
Very well, Captain. You are a persuasive one. I'm not sure what wiles that you perform to get the answers out of these folk, but it seems most terrible indeed.
It is most terrible indeed.
All right, Captain. You have a good night.
You too. I'll make my way back to the ship too.
Okay. As you come in, as you're getting ready to leave, and as you stand up from your table, there is several gunshots that go off outside of the tavern.
Gunshots or cannon fire?
Gunshots.
Okay.
And make a perception check as you're closest to the door.
I'm great.
You as well, since you're close to the door.
I'm never rolling this fucking die. It's rolled a 2, a 2, a 3, another 3, totaling a 2.
Damn.
15.
15. Okay. After the gunshots go off, it was 3 gunshots in particular. You would hear 3 bodies drop just outside. And you hear coming down the walkway, the street here, several pairs of boots walking loudly. And
My ears just start
constantly.
twitching.
And then the door to the lame gull is kicked in. And walking in is a massive human in a black coat, dark beard that's been braided, and a large battle axe on his back.
If I could, I would like to duck and hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check. When this individual comes in, what's everyone doing? How would you like to react as the door is kicked in? You've all seen the wanted pictures. This is killing rate.
Fuck. Yeah. I got an 18.
18.
I'll kind of sit up and stay in the shadows with Lucky.
Okay.
I'm at the bar drinking. I kind of like hear it, turn around, and just kind of give him the eye.
He kicks open the door. What are you doing?
So I'm still pretty near the door.
You're pretty near the door.
I'll just take a seat at the nearby table and smile.
Okay. You're smiling, ducking, staring him in the eye. Captain, how do you react in this moment? Lucky did make it out the door just before this happened.
Okay, I'll stand my ground. Just cross my arms.
Okay. The room falls deadly silent. The music stops. Any conversation is ended. And well over 100 people are almost holding their breaths as this person walks in the door.
How many people did he walk in with?
As he comes in, you can clearly hear his bootsteps across the planks. Walking in behind him is a green woman. It looks like her hair almost has like a sheen of like bright sea kelp. And she's holding a staff as she moves behind him. And just behind that are probably about 8 pirates. Perception checks all around as well.
Oh my god.
8's a little bit more than I can handle. 10.
10,
12.
12,
13.
24.
24.
High wisdom, boy.
Yeah,
13.
13.
You said perception, right?
Perception,
Yeah,
yes.
24.
So
10.
10,
12.
13. No, 24, 13. Okay. You immediately recognize this man, and then looking out the windows, they are kind of fogged up from all the heat and everyone talking, But you can see several other pirates with rifles taking position outside the windows.
Oh my god.
Surrounding the tavern. You would notice one close to you only because you could hear them with a 13. And he just looks around the room. It's my understanding that a ship recently came into port. A ship bearing a cargo that belongs to me. A trident. None of you would happen to know what ship recently pulled into port, would you? As he immediately eyes Vikram behind the bar, as there are about 6 men that have gathered around him.
6 of Vikram's men?
Yes,
Am I standing in between these two groups at the moment?
pretty much.
Excellent.
You've ducked behind the bar at this point, I imagine.
I'm small enough to hide behind people as well. And if
Okay.
there's 100 people in this tavern,
Yeah.
I probably have a couple people I can get behind.
Okay. And you're sitting there smiling? Vikram, my friend. You know every ship that comes in and out of port, don't you? Who's shown up recently? Who's new in town? I want all of you to make a deception
Oh my
check
God.
to hide yourselves. Or hide your intentions, or that you are new
Can I even be
here.
seen?
Make a stealth check. We'll see if you can.
On top of my current one that I rolled?
What'd you roll?
I had gotten an 18.
An 18?
Yeah.
Make another one.
Okay.
Okay.
15.
15.
8.
8.
14.
14.
18.
Ken looks to you. And you see the woman whisper something in his ear.
You alright?
Red Belly Pete.
Yeah, that's me. Can I get you a drink?
When did you get into port?
A few days ago.
A few days ago.
Give or take. Not gonna lie, been on a bit of a drinking sojourn, so they say.
You look excited. Fresh off the sea.
I'm excited because I just won a bunch of money from those idiots. Can I buy you a drink?
I'll take a drink.
Excellent. The rum here. Fantastic. What about your retinue? Can I...
They don't want anything.
Right. Maybe, okay. Yeah, Vicky, he'll take one.
Hey, Captain,
I'll just be making eyes at you from across the room going,
nah.
You see Vikram
Nothing.
starting to pour a drink, and as you watch him pour the drink, his hands are shaking. That's someone that runs this city. For him to be nervous, it's pretty telling.
Jacoby would like to be looking for a safe exit.
Okay.
I'd kind of be trying to make eyes with all the crew members to try and tell them to, like,
Okay.
get out of here quietly.
Yeah. They're all kind of looking to you, like a little bit panicked. You pour him a drink, hand it to him. He takes a long sip of it.
Not bad, eh?
Not bad.
Do you spend much time in Polytechnic, eh?
Only when it's necessary. I prefer the sea.
Yeah. I can understand that. You seem like a...
Stop talking. Vikram, I'd like to know who's made port here recently. And Vikram hands him a list. He reads it and crumples it up and throws it. Stop fucking around, Vikram. There is no loyalty here. We're entering a golden age of piracy, everyone. The Loxodons have fallen. There's new blood on the water. Opportunities are ripe for gold and glory and artifacts. I would hate to see pirates not have that opportunity. Now tell me who's shown up here recently.
What do you want to do?
Can't tell
He
you.
immediately looks at you, who's been eyeing their entire crew. And you see the woman whisper in his ear again. Captain Leomora.
That's Lemoria, my friend.
Leomoria.
Lemoria. It's alright. I'll help you practice later. Talks are good for more than words, you know. Can I get you a drink, love?
I already have one.
Oh, you don't want that rubbish.
No, I want to know when you got into port, Captain. As you seem to be eyeballing your crew, you seem nervous.
Nothing makes me nervous, love. Except a whip and some chains. Actually, it makes me excited. Want to try it?
Could be arranged.
Excellent. Hey, how long are you in court for? I mean, port.
That's how it's going to be, huh? No one wants to give me any answers.
Look, I can tell you that we've been here for a few days. There are lots of ships who've just come in.
Really?
Indeed.
Whose?
No. Well, I think there's some at the, that other end of town, isn't it? They're sleeping on the ship tonight. You were down at the docks earlier. Did you see any?
Yeah, I was chatting with the dock master, and I saw a glimpse of his ledger. There was a ship that had a special fee for some reason. I think it was like the Dandelion or something.
That's it, the Dandelion.
Yeah, they were charging a pretty hefty sum, sir.
Make a deception check at advantage, both of you.
Dude, your escapades are lush right now.
25.
25?
Dirty
My
20.
highest.
Dirty 20.
Let's fuck and go. Emphasis on the and go.
The Dandelion.
Yeah.
If I search that ship and the trident isn't aboard Vikram, I will raise this city. I will undo Poltemic Bay. I will turn every stone, every plank until I find this trident. The Dandelion, then. And Vikram. If you're so keen on your silence, you can keep it then. As you watch the woman raise her staff and swirl it once and slam it on the ground. And his mouth starts to fuse shut, and his nose disappears. And gills start to grow out of his neck as he can't breathe the air around him anymore. And his men drag him out of the room. As he starts suffocating.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Well then, if the Dandelion turns out to be a dead end, well, I'll be seeing all of you soon. Captain, Red Belly Pete. I didn't catch your name.
Yeah. Fireheart to my friends.
I've met a Fireheart before.
Alright.
As they all slowly exit and out the windows, you can see the riflemen start to walk away. As they exit, a long silence hangs in the air. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
God, I was hoping I could be on the ship. Be away from all that.
Hell of a first session, everyone.
Wow.
It's so great to meet all these lovely characters. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.